We are back on another Wednesday for yet another Tony Khan major announcement. What's it gonna be? What do you think it's gonna be, y'all? I haven't partook in any of the speculation all week, so I have no idea. I think the front runners are a New Japan Super Show or a streaming deal. Either one would be cool. And I'm curious, could be Shane McMahon as well. Good point, Janine. I'm curious when Tony Khan is going to make this announcement. Have not even seen anything from AEW in terms of when this is coming. It might come right at the beginning of the show, which is right now, which has not started for me. So let me refresh my stream to make sure we're off and running here for Dynamite. Nope, whatever this shit is finishing up, Big Bang Theory. So I might be 30 seconds behind the rest of y'all, but we're ready to go. Happy 420, by the way, to everybody out there who participates in the green gimmick. Merry Christmas to you. Don't forget to leave MILF and cookies out for RVD and Snoop Claus tonight. Very important. Oh, could be Ryback. Yeah, Chase, that's who it is. It's Ryback, for sure. Can I be heard? All right, we're looking good. All right, Dynamite starting. Here comes the intro. Good matches on card. We got the coffin match tonight. Jungle Boy and Kyle O'Reilly, I believe, one-on-one, which will be really good. And I forgot what else, but it's a good-looking card tonight. Dustin and CM Punk. And Hook is having a match. All right. Oh, Punk is opening. All right. Punk and Dustin. Shout out to Dustin's daughter, Dakota. Saw on Twitter that I guess she was involved in some sort of a car accident. She's okay and home, but she was complaining that she wasn't going to be able to be at Dynamite to watch this match tonight with her dad. So best wishes out to little Dakota. 25 years ago, she was such a little kid running around with Terry and Dustin on Raw. Crazy how time flies. CM Punk with that haircut, he looks just like 2011 CM Punk, doesn't he? Nice, Divine. Philly Dynamite next week for you. I'll be at Dynamite in a few weeks in LA at the Forum after Double or Nothing. Looking forward to that. Oh, you haven't seen Hook wrestle yet, huh, Alex? Yeah, he's good. He's fun. They have not announced his opponent tonight, which is suspicious because he hasn't really had any sort of a test at all. Well, Cult of Personality is rocking out. Let me knock out a couple super chats that rolled in here as we were talking. Divine Ricks, man, appreciate that 5 from you. Welcome back. Always happy to see you. Hey, Greg, I hope everything is going well, and be careful. I've been hearing a lot of rattlesnake cases in San Diego. I'll be all right. My girlfriend does have to worry. Elizabeth hikes every single day, multiple miles per day, and she's always up in the mountains and shit. So, yeah, she is usually very careful, and she has had some encounters with rattlesnakes. But I used to live in North Carolina. Snakes were out there, too, poisonous ones, copperheads and shit like that. I was always fine. Plus, I'm kind of a homebody these days. I'm usually sitting right here talking to y'all. I'm not in the woods too often, but thank you for the warning, Divine. Elizabeth needs to be careful, though. Jimmy Fingers, thank you, dude, for that 519. The lights are going to go out, and it's going to be Barry Horriblewitz. That would be great. You have to wonder when Dustin's contract is up, if maybe, he'll head back to the Fed in an agent or producer role so he can be a part of that Dusty tribute that Cody's doing. Just possible. He seems happy where he is now, but it might be hard to resist that stuff if Cody really gets rolling. Good to see you, Dan Price and Cobro, Rodriguez, Casey Dare, and Janine, Chase, Divine, Matthew, Andy. We got Alex and Michael Kumo in the house. Ben. Alex, I might have gotten you already. Yachiro, Roderick, WWE fan. Divine, Robert, Purcell. Ronnie is in the house. What's up, dude? And no, I just saw your message. You're never an inconvenience to me at all. I'm more than happy to do that, dude. Who else? Lambo, Toon fan. Little Justin. Did I get all y'all? Help me out. Did these guys have any sort of a run-in in like 2011, 2012 when Dustin would have been maybe teaming with Cody? Any Punk and Goldust run-ins in WWE? I don't remember. Yes, hit the like button. Subscribe as well. Be curious to know when Tony Khan's big announcement actually happens. Sorry I haven't been up here in a couple days. Didn't do a Raw review on Monday. And the news has been pretty light, so we haven't been up since Saturday. We got a watch-along coming this Sunday. I'm still yet to post the link to that. Backlash 2004. We're watching that on Sunday. I think the week after that we might do Unforgiven 98 because I was at that show and we've mentioned it before, so we might do that one next week. I'm not sure yet. And that took place in April. Cold-hearted, handsome devil Hook. All right. Andrade and Darby is the main event. Nice. Yeah, Punk wearing the pink and black. Let's go, Dustin. CM Punk, is that what they're saying? Yeah, Dustin's wearing the Bret Hart, or Dustin's wearing the Texas gear, and Punk's wearing. He's gonna try to bow and arrow. Fucking no. Dustin's way too big. I don't think Shane has signed with AEW. I'd find that strange. And we talked about it the first time that was rumored. And even though most of us like Shane, I don't really want a McMahon anywhere near WWE's competition. Because the whole point of competition is to give us, some sort of an alternative. And if you start incorporating McMahon's into there, it's only going to be a matter of time before it just turns into WWE. And right now, they do enough different than WWE that I consider them a legit alternative. Like, both companies will give you something you don't see on the other one, and that's, I think, the best. You don't want two shows exactly the same. You get enough of that in WWE. Raw and SmackDown are the same fucking show. One has red lights, one has blue. God, some sloppy work here. Come on, guys. Goldust, CM Punk, and Cody. Okay, they teamed together against the Shield. That's cool. 2013. Was 2013 when Cody and Dustin won the tag belts from the Shield? I loved that match. I don't even recall what month or year that was. I want to say it was maybe 2014 or something like that, whenever that was. It was awesome. Fucking awesome match. Wow, Dustin went flying. Dustin's been doing that shit ever since he was the Natural. He would do that spot. High cross, opponent ducks, and he rolls out of the ring. I probably saw him do that for the first time in like 1992. So 30 years of that spot. What would be so good about Shane? Ian, you're going to have to ask the audience because they're the ones that always pop for him when he comes out. I think it's pretty obvious that people have liked, all the way up until maybe recent history, have liked Shane. When he came back in 2016, the roof blew off that place when Here Comes the Money hit. So you can't pretend that Shane's worthless because that's proven to be untrue. But I don't want Shane or need Shane. I have no use or need for Shane anywhere. But let's not pretend he's completely fucking worthless because he's not. October 2013. All right. That was way off on that. I was like, was it 2012, 2014? Nope, 2013. Where are they at tonight? Oh, they're in Philly. That's right. Or no, I'm sorry, not Philly, Pittsburgh, which means Britt. This is not the big arena, right? This is not where the Penguins and Sixers play, right? This is smaller. Oh wait, not the fucking Sixers. I keep forgetting. I keep getting Philly and Pittsburgh confused. This is not where the Penguins play, right? Not Flyers and Sixers, but Penguins. They ain't got no basketball team. Oh, Randy Orton week, huh? 20 years since Randy Orton's debut. Would also be 20 years since Brock's too, right? Where's Brock week? Why we ain't got no Brock week? All right, pitcher and pitcher, Dustin and Phillip. Yeah, Michael, I remember the same thing. I mean, in 98, too, Shane was just getting onto TV. I remember thinking years later, I'm like, oh, Shane's going to take over. And it became pretty clear, though, around 02, 03, it was going to be more of a Stephanie Triple H thing. But, man, even times have changed since then because that's turned out to no longer be the case. I'm curious that when Vince McMahon does, in fact, pass away, how long it takes for for there not to be a McMahon involved in WWE. I mean, I wonder if we will get to that day in the next 20 years. It's possible.
Here's to the very first influencer in your life. Mom. This is how mom shines. Find the perfect Mother's Day gift at Zales, the diamond store.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless.
You know, even with something, like you think about Shane, and there's also been the rumors of like Triple H, and I like Triple H too. It's just, and you're right, I'd probably pick Triple H over Shane, but it's just like I don't want any of that WWE production model or philosophy trickling in. It was funny too back when in '99 when Russo and Ferrara left and went to WCW. You could tell because there was a distinct difference in production style in Nitro and Raw. But once Russo and Ferrara got there, look at the difference. Like the very next week, they started doing what WWE does. One of the biggest trademarks of Raw back in those days is right before you go to the commercial, right before the next match, you show the guy walking in the locker room, right? Like Benoit will be walking in the locker room, hyping up, and JR will be like, when we come back from the break, it's Benoit and Austin, one-on-one, or whatever. And then as soon as Russo and Ferrara got there, they were doing the same thing. You started seeing the camera shots of the guys walking in the locker room or walking to the ring or whatever. It was all the same little WWE little tricks. It was just moved right over to Nitro, and it started looking a lot like a cheap generic version of a WWE product. And that was because of Russo and Ferrara's influence. And I don't want to see any of that happen to AEW. If they bring, like, if AEW signed Kevin Dunn or something like that, oh my God. So that would be the worst thing in the world. Next thing you know, you're going to have 36 fucking camera cuts every 5 seconds, and we need these two to be separate. You can exchange some talent, obviously. Agents, producers, all that is fine, but have your own production style, your own philosophy, your own look, your own personality type of thing. That's my view. Oof. Dustin's not going to go softly. No, he ain't. Ooh, nice. Oh, we got Combat Club taking on, I couldn't even see who that was. Moriarty, Martin, and somebody else. I didn't see who the other guy was. Oh, yeah, Wardlow and the Butcher. I forgot about that. Butcher's going to get killed. Owen qualifier, Jungle Boy and O'Reilly. That'll be great. Yeah, Dustin's got the Howard. Dustin's doing the Texas colors. That's kind of like the Texas flag on his gear there. I do like that he, after the Gold Dust, he kept that gear just changed it up. Oh, yeah, Alex. Dustin's always been tall. Dustin's 6'6" or something crazy. He's super tall. No, did he tweak something? Rodrigo, I've been to Texas a bunch of times, but only to change planes. I've never visited a city there. When I was a kid, we almost moved to Dallas. My dad got a big job offer down there, and we were living in Michigan. And we were all set to go. I think he even went as far as to take the deal, and we were going to move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And then at the 11th hour, it fell through, and we moved to North Carolina instead. Changed my whole course of life. I'm glad the way it worked out. Oh, God, be careful, Punk. Jesus Christ, he cannot do it, man. He struggled with the surfboard, and he couldn't get him up there in the GTS. Dustin's heavy, man. It's probably 270, 260. Oh, my God, Punk. Yeah, Divine, I'm hoping we get a little bit of Brett, especially getting closer to that Owen Cup. I know he is going to manage FTR at an indie event at some point next month, I think. So I feel like he's getting closer. Would be cool if AEW could get in touch with Jim Johnson and make a new Brett theme. You know, it can't be like the WWE one, obviously, but maybe make one that's kind of gives you the Bret Hart vibe instead of just something generic. Yeah, Sammy won the TNT title at Battle of the Belts. I actually did not watch it. I still have not seen any of those matches. At this point, I probably won't. I think I saw the finish of Sammy winning, and I like that he won. And I think that it has a lot to him winning the title has a lot to do with why WWE put the belt on Randy Orton in 2004 after Brock left. They didn't want Brock to be the youngest WWE champion anymore because he abandoned them. And with Cody jumping ship to WWE, I think that they didn't want him to be the only three-time TNT champion anymore. And since Sammy was already a two-timer, put the belt back on him. It is funny that Scorpio Sky kind of had like a WWE title run, like a Finn Balor type of run. Didn't do shit, dropped it immediately. Same thing WWE does. But I think AEW might have had other motives for that. Just a suspicion or a hunch. Yeah, Cobro. Yeah, if Brett was at Double or Nothing 3 years after he revealed the title, the finals of the Owen is there, and Moi is going to be in attendance. It would be fitting. It would be fitting to my Bret Hart fandom. And my whole Hart family obsession. The fact that to be there and to actually see Martha Hart in person. I think she's going to be there from what I understand, or at least that was the original plan. I don't even know if her and Brett are even on good terms at all. They were, and then they weren't. And now I don't know. Oh, Crossroads. He hit him with the crossroads. They called it a crossroads, too. Oh, pile driver. Jesus. God, I thought Dustin was going to get the win here for a minute. I'm like, for reals? For reals? By the way, if anybody is going to Double or Nothing and you need tickets, follow me on Twitter and send me a DM. I have 2 tickets available in the upper section that I bought and didn't like and wound up splurging and getting better seats, and now I got to ditch these other 2 tickets. So I'll be a little bit more aggressive trying to sell them next month. I'll put it on social media. But just to throw it out there, you guys, $100 out the door inclusive. I think I paid $90 plus for them along with all the fees and everything. I think I paid $150 in total, or $150 each in total, but I'll sell them for $100 each. So if anybody wants them, let me know. Otherwise, I just might have to give them away the day of the show because I'd hate for them to go unused. But I wound up buying like $300 seats instead just so I can be closer to the ring. Oh, he's going to get him like that? All right. The Punk dunk. I like it. I feel like we're going to get a handshake. Yeah, I'm hoping Punk is just selling the arm and he's not legit hurt on the arm. He's choking him. I mean, that is cool, though. You have to understand, Dustin Rhodes is a 30-plus year veteran. That's the son of Dusty, man. I mean, that's just a cool match for these guys to have. 2 different generations, but 2 super savvy veterans. You love to see that stuff, you know? It's 2 of the best from 2 completely different eras. I mean, Dustin even crossed over into 2 eras, 3 eras. I mean, I think if me and Dustin sat down and had a beer and talked politics, I'd want to barf listening to what he said. But in terms of, you know, his professional wrestling career, he is a goddamn pro, man. One of the best ever. Fucking longevity, consistency. And he's arguably in the best shape he's ever been in his life. Got to respect that. Dustin's the man. Oh, here comes Oh. Okay. We were speculating Page Punk, Double or Nothing. This will probably be it. I want to see this one. Double or Nothing main event, CM Punk and Hangman Page. All right. Money well spent. I'm ready to go to Vegas, I think. It is very possible I could watch CM Punk win a professional wrestling championship live in person. Just me saying that is surreal. Hello, Wardlow. Hey, Wardy. Hey, is there any ladies in the chat here? Who's more handsome, Wardlow or Roman Reigns? I mean, they're all second behind me, obviously, but between those 2, who do you think? Did he call him, what do you call him, Wardy? Wardle? Handcuffs? Look at all these developmental trainees. Oink, oink, bitch. All right, here comes the BCC. The combat clubs and all come out separately? Who will Thunder Rosa face at Double or Nothing? Good question. Somebody not in the Owen tournament. I honestly don't know who she's going to face. I didn't realize his AEW record is not that great. It's only two wins above 500. Yeah, I like the Combat Club shirt. That is weird. They came out of different tunnels. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if they're looking to add new members or what here. It kind of would be cool if they did, but I don't know how big they want it to be. I do not see Regal in the house tonight. Or no, Regal might be on commentary. Yeah, Regal's on commentary. Arn, however, looks to be at ringside. Sans Denny's menu. Oh, Brock Anderson's one of the dudes. That's why. Hey, Serena Deeb would be a good one. I'd be down with her winning the Owen tournament as well. You know what Wheeler Yuta's gear reminds me of? I've got to find it. Reminds me of this ECW Bloodsport DVD. It's got like blood on it and shit. That's what his gear reminds me of. Anybody have this DVD? I don't even know what it is. Most Violent Matches. It's a 2-disc set. Oh, wow. I've had this forever. I don't even think I've ever put it in and watched it. That's right. William Regal probably... Well, shit. He was probably already in WWE by the time Brock was even born. Pitcher in pitcher. Trying to take a picture of this. Just eat fresh, refresh. How can Subway afford like Steph Curry and Barkley? And I thought they were like a struggling franchise. What's up, Damon Smith? I'm doing great. Good to see Evan Neal as well. Trey Williams, welcome. Matthew Kenny, I don't know about Owen being in the AEW game. I am video game illiterate. I don't know shit about games and don't play them, so I'm not really sure about any of that. But it'd be cool if he was a playable character. I don't know how all that works. I know with a lot of those games you have to unlock them or get to a certain point, and then you can play these guys. I don't know. Something like that. Ask the experts. I remember I was telling my buddy Daniel when Brock Anderson debuted, I'm like, he looks like every guy in North Carolina. He's like, well, what's that supposed to mean? I'm like, it's not an insult, but Jesus, look at him. All my friends that look like that. All the kids I went to high school look just like Brock Anderson. That's a Southern boy look right there. Dude's got it all. I have like 20 friends that look like him. It's not a knock. Divine, I'll check out a little bit of the NBA playoffs. I've just really checked out of sports, man. You guys should have seen me fucking 10 years ago. I was a nut. I could tell you everything about everything, but YouTube really diminished the amount of sports I watch. Now I just kind of watch it from afar. I'll probably watch a little bit of the finals, but I also have to have like some fucking care about these teams, you know? And the NBA, the teams, the guys have been moving around, the players and the Durants and LeBrons and stuff have been bouncing around so much, I've started to not really care. Plus, my Pistons are never going to be good. So I've just completely given up on any of that. But it is really nice. There was a time where the winners of playoff games and championships would be a big deal to me, and just to not have to have that annoying stress of watching a game at a bar and being so biting my fucking nails because I want the team I'm rooting for to win, for me not to give a shit about that anymore is really nice. Like, I rarely give a shit who wins the Super Bowl, like, ever. I might kind of be leaning towards a team, but if they lost, I wouldn't care at the end of the day, and that's a fun feeling, too, because you can enjoy the game. Ooh, Moriarty just tees off Yuta's head. I remember when he like debuted and he had his he did a promo. He came out in like khaki shorts, like a polo short sleeve collared shirt, and like boat shoes. I'm like, that is the stereotypical Southern boy look. I used to dress that way too when I was like in high school. I'd either wear shorts with either flip flops or boat shoes and like a polo shirt or a Tommy Hilfiger shirt. I'm so glad I got out of that style. Now I laugh when I think about that, but. Boy, if you didn't have at least 6 or 7 different Tommy Hilfiger shirts when you were in high school or when I was in high school, you weren't cool. Oh, nice suplex. Fucking. Did you see how smooth Dante did that? Dante's like one of those dudes that. Oh, did he tweak his knee there? Oh no, he's all right. What's it called when you like jump off buildings and like jump from staircase onto something else, onto a statue, off a wall? He's like one of those guys. Him and Ricochet have got that weird, unworldly type of athleticism. Wow. Did you see him recover? Oh, and Moxley. Dante nearly slipped, but on the top rope, he was able to recover. There was a combo of a preppy and Southern boy look. Parkour. Oh, yeah, parkour. I remember they did that on The Office. Parkour! And they're jumping all around, jumping on the desks and shit. Parkour! They jump off the roof like into the dumpsters or something. Hilarious. Paradigm shift. FTW. Did he just dance? Did Moxley just... That was for Renee. You know you were watching, girl. Brandon, we're live. We're live, pal.
No, shut up, Brandon. Yes, shut up, Landon. Yes, shut up, Landon. Guys, what's up? Nick, where's the rompers?
Where's the rompers, Nick?
$1,000 shoes. Where's the feisty young bucks of old? Guys, I get it. We don't see eye to eye. You lost to the FTRs. Well, we lost to the Jungle Cruisers. Cole lost to
You lost to the FTRs. We lost to the Jungle Cruisers.
guys. We gotta turn it around, all right? Let's maybe live up to the
So is Kyle O'Reilly trying to do the get the name wrong gimmick?
So tonight, I qualify for the Owen Hart Cup.
My favorite one was when Jericho would call Lillian Vivian. And Santino would call Todd Grisham Rob Grisham's. Rob Grisham's.
I mean, think about this, Bucks. All your friends, they're gone. They're gone. But guess who's still here? I'm still here. Kyle's still here. Bobby's still here. Because I know as a functioning unit, we can't be stopped. And I got a little idea. I think next week, we do an Undisputed Elite Open Challenge 10-man tag.
Oh.
To remind ourselves and remind that entire locker room how dangerous we can be.
Ooh, undisputed like Calgary or Canadian Stampede. Undisputed Elite 10-man tag next week.
In Undisputed Elite. We can't do it without you. We need you. So listen, I gotta...
Who's Cole going to work with next? I mean, he's moved on from Paige now, so.
Please.
Cut it, Landon.
How good does a shrimp from a chicken place have to be to become the almost #1 best-selling shrimp in America? Popeye's kind of good. So give it a try today with our shrimp tackle box for only $6.
Everyone in that promo was a dad except Cole. Oh, is it time for Jackass to be on DVD already or whatever? Or digital? Oh, yeah. No, it was Kirk Angel, not Kurt Angel. Kirk Angel. Kirk Angel was good. I liked Vivian. Mike Henry. Mike Foley.
The Kit Kat you love. With a minty flavor.
I think he called Vince Vance one night. Bob Vance.
Duos and instant dark chocolate. Have a break.
No, Victor. Good to see you. No big announcement yet from Tony Khan. I'm assuming that's going to be a top of the hour thing. Maybe in 20 minutes we'll get that. Because Darby and Andrade is the main event. So if the announcement is not that big, then maybe it won't be at the top of the hour, but I expect it to be in 20 minutes. Y'all's guess is as good as mine in terms of what it's going to be. What's it gonna be? Whew, yeah, we got a lot going on, man. Jesus. Money. So we got WrestleMania Backlash, Double or Nothing, Hell in a Cell, possible Super Show. Money in the Bank is back in Vegas again, 4th of July weekend. A couple days after that, I leave for Hawaii. We got a lot going on.
Kim Crawford, make it amazing.
Butcher looked like a jacked up Willie Nelson? Kind of. Like a really, really, really jacked up Willie Nelson. Does Willie have a lot of tattoos? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm sure he does. I just can't think of Willie in a tank top. I can't picture him. Last week. Can't forget last week.
I'm surprised you came out at all after seeing the destruction that was going on. Double choke slam to the boys from Satnam Singh. He played basketball.
Oh, yeah, his Battle of the Belts. I did see that shot of him and fucking Gresham. He was taller than he was on his knees. My God.
Feel as though Sanjay Dutt at your side, you're giant at your back. You can't be touched.
For the last 22 years, I have been the greatest professional wrestler that the country of India has ever produced. This man is going to carry on the legacy of an entire country.
No, I don't collect pins. I got a few good pins, though, courtesy of my boy Amato, who sent me some pretty cool stuff. I might be. If it was in arm's reach, I'd get him out. I have one pin that he gave me of, like, I think it's of Brett with Shawn and the Sharpshooter from WrestleMania 12 or something. Fucking awesome. Bunch of pins. But I've never really collected them. I don't have any flair. I don't even have 15 pieces. Here we go. Major announcement right now, guys. I thought this would be a top of the hour thing, but I guess not. All right, Tony Khan, why don't you yell your announcement at us, as always. What's it going to be, Tony? What's it going to be? Look at him. He's such a weirdo. I love him. I love him. He's so weird. He's so weird. Oh! All right, so it is going to be New Japan. Interesting. So they're going to announce a show, I guess. Adam Cole?
There's only one person who should make an announcement of this magnitude, and that person is Adam Cole, baby.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of the biggest stars to ever wrestle in Japan, and an announcement like this wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for a guy like me. So let's get to it. On June 26th,
June 26th.
United Center in Chicago,
Oh, United Center.
AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling present Forbidden Door. Two of pro wrestling's
Forbidden Door.
coming together to give you an event like you've never.
Well, you know what that means.
And this Friday on Rampage,
Who faces Okada?
what's to come? Because in an Owen Hart qualifying match, it's going to be Adam Cole going one-on-one with Ishii.
Oh,
Now, double or nothing, the finals are going to take
Adam Cole and Ishii in a Owen qualifier.
a member of the Undisputed Elite is going to take the whole damn thing. And speaking of special moments, I have a very special friend who wants to come out there right now and say hello.
Oh. Well, we knew it was Jay. Tony Khan reacted like Vince did when Austin Theory's music hit at WrestleMania. Oh, so good. Well, that'll be good. June 26th, they said, United Center, Forbidden Door. I don't know what the fucking date of the week is that. Is that pay-per-view we're doing? Or is this a Dynamite? Let's just take a look. June 26th is a Sunday. Nice. So I'm guessing that'll be a PPV. I'll be BUYing that.
Thank you for the introduction, Adam. Very kind. You see, it's very fitting that I would be here for an announcement like this.
Bryan and Ibushi, Pac and Ospreay. Holy shit. Omega and Okada 5, yeah.
Event. I single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden.
Single-handedly. You notice everybody in wrestling does everything single-handedly? Isn't that weird?
This very clear. It's not about New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's
So great. Now we have to deal with people on Twitter talking about what not a big deal this is. It's not big of a deal. It's not a big of a deal. I'm like, nobody really gives a shit if you think it's a big deal or not.
No. This is about the undisputed elite.
Oh.
Bullet Club.
Oh. Is he going to
Because it's still
answer?
era.
So something tells me there's going to be a Bullet Club defection or something. Forbidden Door, United Center, June 26th, live on PPV. Well, that's going to be fun. Oh, yeah, Marino was pretty impressive last week. Boo. Girl, this popcorn more popping than you. Look at Jade's outfit. Look at Red Velvet. Look at all of them.
The chef in the section, correct? Obviously.
That's right, we're talking about Friday. Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir.
What does her shit say? Rich Ace?
Shut up, Mark. I'm not worried about that. Anyway, this girl calls herself
Oh, Rich as F. Okay.
right.
Okay. Yeah, Tiara made to say that?
See you Friday, bitch.
See you Friday, bitch. Okay. I don't even know who they're talking about. Oh, wow. Here comes Bret the Butcher Man Hart. Dun, 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 dun. Butcher is in great shape. Oh, he's up in the box. I see. Everybody's got popcorn. The girls in the last segment had popcorn. Is the popcorn really good in Pittsburgh? Do they pop it differently? Ben Roethlisberger. That's what his name is. What's his name? Like, who would go out with a guy that would wear a blazer with no shirt and a gold chain and have a fucking mohawk? Oh, he's got to come out to no music. He's going to have to wrestle the match handcuffed? What's up, Barry? Vince is WWE selling a Vince shirt for $100. All proceeds go to benefit Vince McMahon and the tough times that he's fallen under. He's got to get his bills are piling up. You know, his electricity is in danger of being shut off. Vince is struggling. So if you guys can help him out, go pick up a shirt for Vince. You know, to help out Vince, that would be great. Oh, yeah. MJF and Wardlow, double or nothing for sure.
Not many people are bigger than Wardlow, but the Butcher is right up there, man.
Might be a good real fight. I'd be curious who'd win this in a shoot.
but equal in size, and they collide.
Now let's keep in mind that Butcher is really not here to win a match.
Yeah, Butcher is big.
Knock a man down. You destroy a man if you can. Ooh, that'll go a long
Damn.
way.
Ouch.
Shot. You're not kidding, JR.
In retaliation. These two big, strong guys just can't have a field day and expect to survive the onslaught.
Ooh, Jeff Cobb and Keith Lee would be good. Hell yeah. Did he have to change while handcuffed? Maybe he was wearing that shit underneath his suit. Yeah, otherwise that would be difficult. I think possible. No, I don't think it would even be possible.
Repeated headbutts to the side of the head. Just a reminder, AEW returns to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania next week for AEW Dynamite at the Leah Court Center in Philadelphia. Tickets available right now, AEWTags.com, and then join us next month for our return to New York at the UBS Arena on Long Island, Wednesday, May 11th. Tickets for that event on sale, AEWTags.com and Ticketmaster.com.
I don't know about Roderick Strong's contract. As far as I knew, it was not close to being up. So he might not be heading over there anytime soon unless they cut him, which they very well could. Yeah, Danielson and Okada would make a hell of a main event. You got to think, though, by the time we get to June, CM Punk is probably going to be your AEW champion. So you'd think like he's going to have to be in the main event. That kid in the front row is marking out. I'm ready for the coffin match. Ooh, Darby and Kota Ibushi. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like Kota would just rough him up good, but... Ooh, ouch. MJF has turned me against popcorn, Jim Ross says.
On the spine of Wardlow. Wardlow has damage to that lower back. He's going to have trouble picking up an athlete the size of Butcher for that powerbomb symphony.
But you're not saying he can't do it.
I'm not saying he can't, but maybe Butcher, they can powerbomb up his...
Ooh, Butcher fell, but he still got him up.
Wardlow kicking out at one.
Strong legs, buddy.
Not taking any chances. Find that
Sunny is still promoting her OnlyFans. I did see that the family of the man she killed is suing her, but I almost laughed at the details of that. Said they were suing her for 30 grand? I guess they just want compensation for what it costs to deal with his affairs. But my God, you should be suing her for 30 million. Fucking 30 grand, Jesus. The symphony has begun for multiple power bees. 2 blade power bombs.
And MJF, the only person in the building that doesn't want to see it.
He's looking up at him right now.
And a third one. Oh, he's going to go 4? Make sure you get him up right so you're not losing strength. Oh, he got him up high that time. I'd pin him now, yeah.
What's he going to do when he finally gets his hands on MJF?
Well, MJF security detail once again returning to ringside to escort Wardlow out of this building.
Oh, security's going to make him leave.
UJR man cuffed to go to the ring and then cuffed afterwards.
He's got to cuff when he leaves, too. Do these guys even have, does security guards have the right to cuff him? I would not voluntarily handcuff myself if I'm a professional wrestler. Oh, Kushida is back in New Japan? That's good. I just thought he was hanging out around 1985 and he'd be back. Well, good. I'm glad that he hopefully doesn't have any sort of transition period before he can start appearing somewhere else.
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Biggie Bag.
Biggie bag. Coors Light always cracked me up when they were doing the "It's cold when the mountains are blue," and I'm like, or because like we had it at the restaurant or whatever, and like the mountains turn blue when it's cold. I'm like, well, what I do is I grab it and hold it and feel it, and if it's cold, that's how I know it's cold. So I don't even understand the mountains thing. I'm like, it's so stupid. I'm like, you know how I tell it's cold? Just grab it. Usually works. Trevor Noah, why are you eating soap, man? We just watched that movie a few weeks ago, Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds, like video game shit. It's pretty good. I never saw, I don't know shit about video games, so I'm the wrong person to watch this stuff anyway, but I never saw, what's the one that's with like Pac-Man and shit? Player One or something like that. I never saw that one, and apparently they're similar. Ready Player One. I should see Ready Player One. Oh, Chicago's got Hell in the Cell too, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, and the United Center for Forbidden Door is awesome. I think, I've been saying this since almost the beginning, I really think United Center should be AEW's Madison Square Garden. Such a great venue, although it has been around a good amount of years now. They might be looking to build a new one. I don't know, but United Center looks so great. I would love that just to be AEW's MSG, since WWE never runs there anyway.
Welcome, chefs, to Rat in the Kitchen.
Every week, 6 new cooks compete. A sexy dish. Except one chef is secretly trying to sabotage them all.
Look what you've done to it.
Ew.
You know a rat want to see one?
Who will be sabotaged?
These cooking shows are getting out of control. I used to watch cooking shows a lot back in the day, like Iron Chef and stuff, but man, they're getting nuts now. Rat in the Kitchen. Give me a break. It was better when there was like 3 shows. It was like Emerald, and it was like Iron Chef, and then there was another one. And then it got nuts. Oh, they're playing at Pitt. They're playing where Pittsburgh College plays basketball.
And you're a JAS? All your friends and your King Jericho? Not allowed in the building. Santana Ortiz? Not allowed in the building. So it's just me and you, partner? Jericho, watch what I do to Garcia. Because everything I do to Garcia, I'm going to do to you.
Okay.
Everything I do to Garcia,
I wouldn't be overlooking Garcia here, Kingston.
I'm going to have fun with you, boy.
I'm going to have fun with you, boy.
Real good. When it's all said and done, all your friends and family in Buffalo ain't going to recognize you.
I don't know. If you're young with some real fighting experience, I don't think if a washed up fatty who's out of shape is going to be much of a threat to you. But whatever, Eddie. Best of luck. I love Eddie Kingston. He's perfect for wrestling. Ooh, blood and guts between Eddie and Jericho's units. Oh yeah, man, fucking Soldier Field. I was last time I was in Chicago. I stayed at a hotel downtown. Right, you could see Soldier Field from my building, and my dad was just like, "It's just games are miserable there." I don't know why. Like New York and Chicago do not put a fucking roof on their football stadiums. It's crazy to me. You could run those venues year round. You could get WrestleManias. You could get, the Rolling Stones. You get big concerts year round. Why limit yourself if you're in a cold weather city? Why limit yourself to being able to utilize your humongous multi-billion-dollar stadium 8 months a year, 7 months a year? That's crazy to me. Yeah, probably less than that, right? 6 months a year. It's really useful.
115 matches, the most ever in AEW. A champion, we all said he would become a champion very soon. I really think he became a champion even before we thought.
Great upside potential for Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
And to learn more about the Owen Hart Foundation, their mission,
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
HeartFoundation.org.
Jim Ross loves to say that, doesn't he?
In this tournament,
Sorry, happy 420, y'all. What does it say in the front row? I can't read that sign. I'm a something.
The kid is great, man. He really is. Don't necessarily like his attitude sometimes.
I'm
He hangs around with, like,
an exotic.
I like his.
I can't even read. The rope is in the way.
it's part cooking competition, part whodunit. 6 cooks compete, and one cook tries to secretly ruin everyone's dish. Rat in the kitchen.
I'm going to go grab another frosty beverage. I'll be right back.
Trying to pin the shoulders O'Reilly. Remember, championship week.
All right. And O'Reilly and the Boy of Jungle should be pretty good.
Championship over Red Dragon.
I'm sorry, I love this strategy. Jungle Boy can go coast to coast. He is really light on his feet. He can go up top. Kyle O'Reilly wanted to keep him grounded. Here we go. Went up top again.
Boy comes down O'Reilly.
Nice. Oh, did Aubrey bust out the Napoleon Dynamite dance? Make me like her even more.
Jungle Boy with 6.5 years of in-ring experience. Kyle O'Reilly, 16.5. And that is an eternity of additional experience in wrestling terms, not to mention his background in grappling and jiu-jitsu for Kyle O'Reilly. Jungle Boy avoids the high roundhouse.
Jesus.
Off the back of O'Reilly between the legs. And Jungle Boy quickness drops O'Reilly.
Kyle Fears Wagner sign. Come Tuesday. Divine, thanks for the $2. It's amazing AEW is doing this tournament for Owen. I love it. It's been a while since I've announced this. I'm glad that it's underway. Getting qualifiers, getting those I'm dying to see the brackets when they finally put those out. Rodrigo, I used to take signs to shows way back in the day, but I don't do it now. Back in the day before phones, that's what you had to do. Me and my friends, we would take multiple. I would have maybe 4 signs, and then I just interchange them. I'm on TV a few times with my signs. I'm in the opening of Unforgiven 99 holding up a sign that says, "It burns when I pee." If you want to know the maturity level that I was at 24 years ago. Oh. Nice butterfly suplex. Jesus, he's going for 3. He didn't even hit that second one. Thanks, Darth. Well, I always put the date in the corner of all of my overlays when I do these watch-alongs, so I figured that does a good job of saying what day it is. Damn, Kim Crawford's got a fucking commercial. No wonder people ask for that shit at the restaurant all the time. Do you have Kim Crawford? I'm like, no. We have great sauv blancs, but no Kim Crawford. Barry, I did. Luckily, I did, and the ointment worked. So, all good. Man, when you think about like who's even on the radar of the Owen tournament, trying to think of like who the best person or the most fun person to win it would be, it's like you kind of want a baby face. I guess it would probably be one baby face, one heel, but I think with the men you want a baby face. I don't know why. Just for the feel goodness of it, I would prefer a baby. Somebody that you know will go down and be a good representation in history of the first guy to ever win the Owen Cup, especially if this is something that they truly continue to do year after year and they don't phone in or don't get bored with it like WWE did with the Andre Battle Royal and shit like that. If it's a big deal every year, I'd like the very first winner to be somebody to where 20 years from now you look back and like that was the right guy, just like Bret Hart winning the first King of the Ring pay-per-view. The first time they put that on pay-per-view, having Bret win it was perfect. So I think somebody like that would be good. Honestly, Omega, could sneak in and get qualified here last minute and win it. I'd be fine with that. I don't think he will, but he could. Especially if he comes back next week in that elite thing and then maybe gets entered after that. I don't know. Finals, Britt Baker and Toni Storm. See, Britt is who I've got winning it for the women. Britt, to me, seems the most logical choice. Britt Baker, because I had this conversation, I think, with somebody last week. They're like, well, that wouldn't make any sense. She doesn't need it. She was just the champion. I'm like, well, Bret Hart won it right after he lost the title. What is the fucking difference? Nobody was complaining about that. So I think it would be just fine to solidify Britt as, still, your top woman. However, the way the fans are, they're probably going to, because they're programmed this way, to insist that the only winner it should be is somebody new to help elevate somebody, which I partially agree with. I just don't totally agree with it, and I don't believe that it has to be that. I believe it could be that, and if it was that, it would be fine, but there should be no rule that it absolutely must be some young talent that could use the boost. Not always. But that would be like, if you take someone like maybe Serena Deeb, that would be just what she would need to put her over that edge and get her a title shot, perhaps at All Out. Something like that would be great. Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa All Out for the title and Deeb wins. Or even do it prior to that at the July deal or something. Fighter Fest or whatever. Ooh, Jungle, be careful. So with that, I could go either way. Somebody like Serena or, an up-and-comer, a Toni Storm, or someone new, or someone who really hasn't hit their stride yet. Because I do agree with this, even though I'd be fine if Britt Baker won, the way the fans are programmed to think, they're going to start considering her Charlotte. They're going to say, oh, she always wins it. And then all that shit's going to start, and we're going to have to listen to that nonsense from people who are just too young to get shit. And that would just annoy me, so I'm going to kind of root against Britt, kind of for that reason, just as I don't want Twitter to go psycho. And I don't want 19-year-olds talking about something that they know nothing about. I love that DD2 move Jungle does, and how he rolls through it. Jesus. Come on, German or Northern Lights him right out of this, Kyle. Use your strength. I wasn't aware that Serena Deeb was with Marty Scurll. I know he's kind of got some bad reputation. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information or do about it. I think Serena Deeb's awesome.
Man, never count Jungle Boy out. What perseverance. What determination that young man has.
Yeah, I'd be fine with O'Reilly, somebody like him winning. I feel like he'll retain. I feel like he'll advance here. Because Jungle Boy is tag champ. I think he's going to be dropping the belts to FTR. Yeah, Andy, you would think the brackets would be out relatively soon here.
O'Reilly climbing to the top rope once again. Wow, wrist lock up top. Jungle Boy in serious trouble, but no escapes out. O'Reilly drops down onto the turnbuckle.
3-0, baby. No, he did. He got out of it, too. I like how O'Reilly. Nobody can ever get out of the 3-0. Can't be that hard. I could get out of it. Oh, God. That drop kick was gnarly. He hit that perfect. Yeah, snare trap right here has got him right in the middle. No, you hesitate. He who hesitates masturbates. O'Reilly's going to counter this. Yeah, duck. Yeah, Claudio would be great, but he's got to get in quick. You know, I'd almost prefer it if he was already there. Because you can also look at it from a perspective of, oh, maybe we should give it to someone as a reward for their hard work. They've been here for 2.5 years, putting on great matches. They always come through. They're easy to work with. They're cooperative. They haven't really gotten any big wins yet. Fans love them, that type of thing. But Claudio would literally just be walking in the door and then winning a major tournament. I think he has enough respect in the locker room where nobody would be offended by that or anything. But, you know, you have to think about morale, too. That's all stuff you have to think about, I would assume, when you're in any sort of decision-making capacity. Yeah, the thing is with the Owen, I almost think that it's just about too late for anybody brand new to be getting in there. You know, you could stick Keith Lee in there. Has he qualified yet? He might already be in it. I don't even know. I have no idea who's even qualified. I forgot. But if somebody like Keith Lee is in it, you know, he'd be a perfect guy to win it. Oof. Oh, yeah. Samoa Joe. Good point, TJ. I would love Samoa Joe. He'd be that perfect example of who I'm thinking of like somebody that 10, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, you look back at the very first ever Owen Cup winner. Everybody respects Joe. Big knee. And he got him with the high knee from the top rope. Big win for O'Reilly. That's great. Eventually, I got to bite the bullet and buy that AEW title so I can have it back there on the wall instead of that cheap one, little toy. I see the guy in the front row with his. I'm like, I might have to get one of them. Hang it up. Maybe I'll take the TV title off the back there, move over the Winged Eagle, and put the AEW in between the Winged Eagle and the IC. Something like that. Good match, Jungle. Now look at Christian. At some point, we thought this feud was gonna happen months ago. They're still dragging their feet on this. A very animated MJF. Yeah, Victor, I've been smelling a heel turn for Christian from the minute he started hanging out with Jungle Boy. So they've taken their time on that one.
Like a snake, when I do so decide that you are my prey,
It doesn't matter how big and how bad you are, Wardlow, because all it takes is one bite. Ain't that right, Mr. Roberts?
Don't look
Oh, look at there.
stupid. This is what the world's about. See, some people might need diamond rings and championship belts. Well, that's for the little boys that want to.
Oh, so is he going to recruit Lance Archer or something next?
I chase this. And when the time is right, I will get it done. And the time is right. It's real right because I can smell it from a mile away.
God, Jake is sweating.
You gotta know this.
Looks like he's struggling, doesn't he?
Kid, you were told, be a good boy, tell grandma a lie, tell her you fell off the swing. And once they daddy slapped me in the end. Yeah, hell is for children. Remember that one. I don't need no damn money.
Oh, there's Archer.
Wardlow and anyone. And I know anyone.
So MJF's just recruiting all the big guys. He'll probably go approach Will Hobbs or something next after Wardlow beats Archer. So this is cool because you gotta think about this. You got a long time until Double or Nothing. So if the plan is to do Wardlow and MJF there, you got a month. So MJF's gonna have to purchase a man to face Wardlow. Look at Hook to face Wardlow every week until Wardlow finally gets to the point where he lays down the challenge and it's accepted. All right, so who's Hook gonna face? An enhancement? Or are we sending somebody out to actually challenge this kid? Oh, Tony Nese. Oh, yeah, he's got a jobber in the ring. His fucking hair is just ridiculous. What is up? What's wrong with kids? He looks like a fucking maniac. Oh, God. Looks like me when I woke up when I was 16 years old. That's about how much hair I had. And so it would look like that. Anthony Henry. All right.
Oh, yeah, you're right, man. You've seen him compete here on Dynamite before as well. On AEW Dark Heat. He's tremendously experienced, tremendously dangerous.
Nice ankle pick though by Hook. Hook very, very quick. That's one of the things that really impressed me about him. The fact that he was a Division I athlete is just good enough. But when you see him in the ring, you know he's special.
Well, Damon, if you're a wrestling fan, I don't understand why you wouldn't find two companies that are separately and privately owned coming together for a supercard. I can't imagine not finding that cool as a wrestling fan. So you're kind of the one with the issue there, Damon, not us. I think you're going to hear that a lot on Twitter, too, just because of everybody's involved in this stupid war. But regardless of how you look at it, whenever two promotions come together, it's cool. Doesn't matter who it is. Danhausen is here to try to curse Hook again. Not going to work. Just shaking it right off, choking this fool out. We're going to have to get Hook and Danhausen in an actual match here. Oh, here's Danhausen. I've had it up to here with you. Hard body super fools. Does he have blood on him? Oh, he's going to fight Danhausen. Okay. Let's do it right now. Or are they going to do it next week? It's like Rock and Hogan. Danhausen and Hook. They should have done the thing where they look to the side. And Hook, again, just walks away. Yeah, he does love Flock of Seagulls.
AEW here to make a challenge. That's right, Tony.
Sammy Guevara.
Oh, Hello, Scorpio.
Battle of the Belts, I've had a lot of time to reflect. 402 days undefeated. TNT champion, tag team champion, face of the revolution. I've had a hell of a run, but none of it would be possible if it wasn't for you. 5 years ago, I called you, and I asked for a favor. I was struggling, and I
SCU.
and you were there. We formed SCU, and the rest is
I stood next to both of these guys on the buffet line on the Jericho Cruise.
I need one more favor.
We were getting roast beef together.
Champion, but I need you to wait just a little bit longer.
Kaz had some potatoes.
Going to that ring, I'm going to challenge
Any other details you want to know?
match and get the TNT championship.
I had sauce on my
You will get the first shot.
roast beef. Horseradish.
Look, man, I've always had your back, and I always will.
Oh, look at there. SCU reunion. Don't trust that, Kaz. Scorpio's friends with Dan Lambert.
Really can't get much for $5 these days, unless. Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Wait, if I go to Wendy's, they're going to sing? I'd be cool if they didn't.
Ever wanted the sensation like you're floating on air? You can.
Barry found me.
Feels like you're floating as our arrow comes
That's me.
give you a pillowy soft landing, then propel you forward. Plus, they have Skechers exclusive air-cooled memory foam.
And I'm messing up the candy ass sign.
Crafted with Valencia orange peel, Blue Moon is one of a kind. Something this unique could hang the gallery. Then you wouldn't be able to drink it.
Blue Moon. I've only had a few Blue Moons in my life.
Amazon has a fantastic parental leave. 20 weeks off, fully paid. Spending that extra time with them just meant so much to me. He was only going to be really little once.
Terry Allen. Sorry, I missed that 289 super chat a minute ago. Sorry about that, my friend. I adore submission style wrestling. What's yours? What's mine? You mean my favorite like style of wrestling? I like it all. It depends. I mean, if you give me a Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle submission match, I'm going to be just as excited if you give me a TLC match between the Hardys, the Dudleys, and what's the other one? Edge and Christian. I don't know if I have an absolute favorite. It just kind of depends. My favorite wrestler was Bret Hart, so I really liked the style that he worked. Guys like him, guys like Mr. Perfect, guys like Shawn Michaels, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man. I'd probably be more inclined to gravitate towards that stuff, which would fall under your category. Owen is another guy. I think I've always enjoyed those matches the most from those type of wrestlers. Eddie, Angle, Benoit, Brett. So dudes like that. But I also like the Shawns and the Jeff Hardys and the Darby Allins and all of that. I really don't know if I have a preferred style. As long as the best at those styles are in the ring, I'm a fan equally of all the styles. I'm like a Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels match is just as good as Angle and Benoit or Angle and Brock or something like that, just in a lot of different ways. Ooh. Rampage. Rampage did not pull in that good of a number from what I saw with that death match. It's kind of a bummer.
Well, Thunder Rosa defeated the Beast, Nyla Rose. You thought I was gonna be a stepping stone for you to retrieve the AEW Women's Championship?
For you to retrieve the AEW Women's title. Don't retrieve it.
Absolutely wrong. I am nobody's stepping stone. I have shown over and over again that I am one of the best in the world. And to continue to show that, I have to face the most experienced and the best.
Yeah, I miss Miro too, man. It'd be nice to get him back on TV.
One, the hands down. And now, it's time to go
I'd be cool with him beating Sammy for the title. Because I believe Sammy beat him for it, yes? Oh, speak of the devil. Here's Sammy and Ty right now. Sammy got hacked over the weekend, I think, on Twitter. He might as well turn heel. Fans are just not into this. I think Sammy Guevara is awesome. I've met him. He's a nice kid. Sorry he has a hot girlfriend. I'm sorry that bothers people so much, but what the fuck do you want him to do about it? Break up with her because it bothers you? That would be stupid. They'd be great heels. Look at them. I mean, when they inevitably break up, because they're a wrestling couple, and I just can't see them being together for 50 years, it will be funny to watch this playback. Just like Edge and Lita. Do you think Edge just sat around with his whole family and watched the live sex celebration on Raw? Be mad.
It'd be like that, huh, Sammy? That's how things are gonna go. I guess it's just screw us, screw the fans, screw all the people that supported you.
Well, Scorpio Sky is not going to go away.
By watching your stupid flaws.
And I'm telling you, if Sammy coughs up that title really quickly after winning it, I'm telling you, that 3-time TNT champion had a big reason to do with why they put the belt on him. Oh, relax, Ethan. Decaf.
Dan Lambert decided tonight is about business. So shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen to Dynamite Dan.
Dynamite Dan.
My grandfather said youth is wasted on the young. Because you've got these big dreams and the energy to go anywhere you like, you just lack the experience to make wise choices along the way. And you are the perfect example of that, Sammy, because you risked everything in that ring to earn the respect.
Yeah, most people, like myself, don't like Dan Lambert. But a lot of people also just recently don't like Sammy and Ty Conti. But I don't trust their opinions because I know exactly where it's coming from. Oh, God. It fucking...
One more choice tonight, young man. You either give Sky his rematch or I send these
I'm like, people can be so transparent without even realizing it.
your girlfriend dreams about.
Oh. Lambert with the burns. Are the fans actually going to prefer Lambert over Sammy in this situation? Oh, I don't give a shit about you or your dead grandpa.
So we want the same thing. Sky, I'll give you a rematch next week if you give us the mixed tag match.
Ooh, mixed tag. Maybe Paige Van Zant against Scorpio, or against Sky, or Scorpio and Paige against Sammy and Ty. Okay. What? So his music started playing. He sounded like he proposed a mixed tag first, and then said, "Me and you next week, ladder match." That segment wasn't executed well. And then what's about the dead grandpa shit? All my grandpas are dead. I had 4 of them.
We said we would turn
True story.
and yet you kept us waiting. Because you refused to draw blood. So the house had to change the
Oh, Rodrigo, you were told. You were told Alexa Bliss is unhappy. Man, where do you get this information, man?
fire will be resurrected. Only your
You must work there or something. I'm kidding. Yeah, we were all told that, dude. Malachi.
The house is owed a debt. Icarus flew too close to the sun. So next week, the sun dies.
Okay. All right, Danielle Camella. Is that how you say it? Scottsdale. Yeah, now the announcers are trying to fill us in here. So they've agreed to a mixed tag match down the road. And a ladder match for the TNT title next week. Okay. But Sammy did not do a good job communicating that. Oh, I like the DMD with the ECW font with the barbed wire across it. Oh, that's badass. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Britt Baker, DMD. Wearing Britsburg colors. I love Britt. She can win the Owen tournament. I wouldn't care at all. I wouldn't shed one single tear. Unlike, say, for example, I don't know, Twitter, which will shed a whole lot of tears and use them for lube. Who she got? Harrison Freemermuth. I don't know any of these guys, either one of these guys. Obviously Steelers players. I don't even know if they're defense or offense. They both look offense to me. Cheap pop. Bringing in the Steelers. My grandfather was a steel worker. One of my 4 grandfathers was a steel worker. Worked his whole life after the Marines. Nope, Trey, totally disagree with that. She's not overrated or overused. She's the top star in the division. She's used exactly how top stars in divisions are usually used. Like, I know why wrestling has taught you to think that way, but it's not like that. Like, just watch history. She just dropped the title. She put somebody over 2 matches ago. I think she's an odds-on favorite to win the tournament, but I'd even like to see her maybe lose in the finals would be good. But she's going to be a contender and have multiple title runs, and she will not be at the top of the division. Even if she's not directly contending for the title, she's going to be up there because that's the way every top star of divisions do it. I watch a little bit of Wrestle Talk, like a lot of those guys. One of them follows me. There's some good YouTube channels. I like the nice people. I like Wrestle Talk. I like Brian Zane. I like a little bit of What Culture. That Simon is just a delightful fella. Steven Larson are good. Of course, Solid Monster, guys like that. People that aren't nuts, you know? That's just what I look for. I'm like, okay, who's the not crazy ones? And I'll just communicate with them, and that's it.
Welcome. It's time to see which chew is best in show for long-lasting flea and tick protection. We may be here for weeks or even months.
Oof, I don't think I've seen Danielle Camella wrestle before.
But Perfecto just won't quit. Let's hear from our veterinarian.
She reminds me a little bit of Layla. Looks a little better than the ring than her, though. Did she used to be a cheerleader or something? She has that look to her.
What if positive change was only one design away? A life change?
No, TJ, to be honest with you, I don't really watch anybody. I don't really have time. I'm doing my own thing, just like they're all doing their own things. But no, I don't really watch anybody that's going to do any sort of yelling and screaming. Oh, I don't know what that move was that Danielle just did in the picture-in-picture there. It didn't look great. Ooh, Britt went for the lockjaw. I like how I'm calling the action here. I was like fucking around YouTube. I would never call anybody out here or say anybody's name, so I'm not talking any smack. But I just like, you know, when your suggestions or your whatever the fuck. It was around WrestleMania time, and there was like a WrestleMania watch along with like 4 guy, real small YouTube channel, but like 4 dudes watching it together. And for some reason, I clicked on it or whatever. It was like the next video up, and it came on autoplay, and the dude, one of the dudes is like calling the matches as if he's Mauro Ranallo during the watch along, but there's like 3 other people, and he's just screaming into that. Like if I was on I'm like pulling my fucking ear away, and he's basically calling the matches. Which, I mean, I guess if you're an aspiring ring announcer or a wrestling announcer, maybe that's a good way to practice, I suppose. But it was so over the top. I thought it was an SNL skit. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? So I clicked off of it. I'm like, you can't yell and scream like that in your friend's ears. What the fuck? But anyway, I thought it was funny. So I thought I'd share it with you. I'm like, man, I thought I was a dork. I was like, man, never mind. Here I thought I was the all-time dork champion, and my title has been taken away from me. Whoever that guy is. Shout out to Don Tony. Don Tony's sign in the crowd. I go so fucking crazy far back with him. Like 97 or something. It's the first time I think I ever spoke to him. Look at the Steelers out there having a good old time. Britt's getting beat up, and they're like happy. No, never heard of Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Oh, big stomp from Britster. The glove is out. Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second. Oh, lockjaw is on. Sorry, I just had to fix something over there. I had a wire that was a little bit too close to being disconnected. Oh, Britt's got the mic. Oh.
The last few weeks have been very clear, and that is this AEW women's division is a disaster without me.
Huh.
Let's see what you're left with no DMD. There's Ruby Soho, the runaway, who literally needs to run away instead of coming out here every week looking like the red-headed little rascal.
The red-headed little rascal.
Tony Storm! Yeah. Who unfortunately has my girl Jamie Hayter in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. And guess what, Tony?
Only 2 for the men. Wow.
Face was bad. Just wait until Jamie mops your face with this ring. Because let me tell you, you're going to want to leave this company too.
Mops your face with this ring. Reverse that.
I'm not sure if you know this, but Jade Cargill called Pittsburgh ugly.
Jade Cargill called Pittsburgh ugly. Jade Cargill's right.
Tonight, wanting to see Jade Cargill in this ring are the ones she gave free tickets to. The baddies, right?
The baddies. Oh, yeah, that's who they were. They were the baddies. I forgot.
Baddies.
I forgot.
Velvet? You guys remember her, right?
Every woman's got to be a baddie or a queen. KW.
Your ass all over
KW, spelled KW.
last year for being a baddie. But it doesn't matter. Baddies, you can sit the hell down because I'm the baddest bitch on the block.
Baddest bitch on the block, says Britt.
And your future Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner. Yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker,
I think I watched something on the Ugliest States once, and I think Ohio was number 1, which is right next door to Pennsylvania. I don't know why I found Ohio. I was born in Michigan. I don't know. That's why I laugh so much. But I just found that hilarious for some reason. I'm like, Ohio? Oh, there's Serena. Look at her.
all started in Philadelphia.
Going to town on that tire.
Told you then, Sheeta. You are not on my level. Serena did. How long are we doing this? Let's finish this. Next week on Dynamite. I end this. I end you.
Are we going to get some sort of gimmick match? No holds barred? Weapons?
This will end exactly where it started.
Falls count anywhere?
Next week, I challenge you, Sheeta, to a Philly street
Philly street fight.
chair, table, kendo stick. I accept your challenge.
All right. God, Tomohiro Ishii and Adam Cole qualifier on Rampage. That'll be fun. Excalibur rolling through these matches. Fucking Excalibur on a goddamn Micro Machines commercial here. Damn, Cole, Bucks, Red Dragon, Dante, Varsity Blondes, Lee Johnson, and Brock Anderson. Well, the Elite's going to beat the shit out of them. Jesus. Excalibur got all that out. Stuff your opponent in the coffin. I love that Darby has brought back the coffin matches. And they call them coffin matches, not casket matches. The first ever casket match was called a coffin match. It was like Taker and Kamala. A coffin match. Here comes Andrade the Gimp. The pinstripe Gimp. Marcus the Entertainer, appreciate the $2, man. Serena will challenge Rosa at Double or Nothing. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I think that'll be a good match.
Truth is, we were going to do it anyhow. Want a better biscuit for a buck? Choose Weissy. Choose Wendy's.
You're becoming quite a celebrity.
Come on, Vengeance. Who are you?
Cash versus Dax, I didn't even see that. Did they say that?
Stream on HBO Max. Own on digital. On the next Rat in the Kitchen, we're working on, oh my God, 6 new cooks compete. That's not how you cook rice. But who turned the chicken
Oh, thank you for that. Good to see you, Kevin. Glad to see you here. Sorry you're still battling that, but hopefully you get some good news tomorrow about that.
on TBS and the app?
Yeah, good luck to you, man. Thank you very much, too, for the update. Keep us posted on that.
Bring on the DR Power Grader and make your driveway like new. Certified hip grading teeth loosen and redistribute surface material. Potholes and ruts are filled in, washboard is smoothed out, and your new driveway is ready to roll.
Go online to drpowergrader.com to request your free product catalog. DR Power Graders are now on sale and free shipping is in effect. Hurry this offer.
Oh, it's a Cash and Dax qualifying match. What? How did I miss that? I must have been... I mean, it's right here in front of my face. I somehow missed that graphic. Maybe Excalibur was talking too damn fast and I didn't see it. Well, that'll be fun.
I'll save $8,000 over the life of the loan. Who wouldn't want an extra $8,000?
Consolidate your credit card balances to a fixed rate loan as low as 5.63% APR with AutoPay and excellent credit. Apply now at TryLightScreen.com for your discount.
What's up, Jay Snipes? Yes, Tony Khan has made the announcement. It will be a New Japan and AEW Super Show. June 26th, I believe, is the date on that. United Center is the venue, and it'll be on pay-per-view. And that'll be fucking awesome. And we got some incorporation already because Adam Cole is going to face Ishii on Rampage to qualify for the Owen tournament. So, and Jay White came out to cut a promo too. So start placing your bets for what kind of matches they can do on that. And if we're going to have championships on the line. I mean, it's essentially going to be AEW, Ring of Honor, and New Japan. Probably there's going to be a little bit of everything going on there. With maybe the promotion's big champions staying intact. There might not be any titles on the line.
Approaching ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing 175 pounds.
175 pounds. Tag match, Street Profits and Private Party. Profits. I think they're a little better. I was a skateboarder for a short time in my life. I'd probably say ages 12 to 13 through about 16. And I got really good. I remember we used to build our own skateboards. We'd go buy the trucks and the wheels and the board and put our own grip tape on. And I never once bought an intact skateboard. I always built it myself.
You're right. Since arriving here, JR, in AEW, Andrade has been literally one of the best. So impressed with what he can do, and he's not afraid. There's a lot to be afraid of in this match.
No, wait.
Who is this?
Darby.
Butcher or this Blade?
Skateboard as the blade was coming in. Remember the blade?
Ooh, skateboard. Look out. That is one of the worst weapons to use, man. Just being a kid skateboarding around. If one of those things would have gone flying off a ramp and tagged you in the face, man, could fuck you up. Look at this. It's a 3-on-1. Sting, you gonna come out? Where is Sting? The Hardys. Somebody. Darby putting the boots, or Andrade putting the boots to Darby. I don't know what skateboards are like now, but back in my day when I was a teenager, we would have, it was very important for some reason to get independent trucks. I can't remember what that meant, but I think it means they could be used pretty much on any board and you wouldn't have to use a specific kind of them. My wheels were red. They were T-bone wheels. And I had a Tommy Knox Santa Cruz skateboard, big skateboard. It was red. It kind of had like Scott Hall drippy stuff coming off the Santa Cruz logo. Is that Sting? Is that really Sting? Right there? No. I'm here for Darby Allin. I feel like it's him. It's somebody. It's definitely a plant. It's really Sting. I was like, that sign is too obvious. Sting just hanging out in the audience. Having a cold one. Maybe some Raisinets. Oh, I didn't see that. Andrade slammed his fingers in the coffin. Hmm. Look at the fans. Man, if they can get Charlotte into AEW, that would be an awesome mixed tag. Oh, God. We're going for some sort of bump. Is Sting going to dive? If we get a collection of humans under that railing, look for Sting to... Oh, he's going to take a chair shot first. Oh, man, he no-sold it, too. Fucking Mark Quinn. Shit, you're going to hit Sting with a chair. You better be careful. Oh, my God, Sting. That thing is on an incline, too. Sting, be careful. He did it perfectly. He did it absolutely perfectly. Props to Sting. That railing was not level. You lose your grip on that. That'd be the old ball game on old Stinger there. Man. Joshua, thank you very much, dude, for that $5. Hey, Greg, the New Japan AEW merger got me wanting to see Danhausen and Toru Yano. Yes, that would be great. They got to at least get them in the ring or in a segment. Maybe not putting them in the actual ring. I mean, what the fuck? That match would be ridiculous. But you got to get them to interact. Fucking the goofballs of the wrestling industry. Sting was incredibly protected. Once he made the jump, he was fine. That probably didn't cause him any wear and tear on his body at all. I was more impressed with the jump, the leap off the inclined railing there for a guy his age. You better have the right grips on your shoes, man, or you didn't step in any soda on the way there or beer as you're brawling to get up there. I mean, if you got slippery feet, his feet would have gone right out from under him. And he did it perfectly, just like it was like he practiced it 100 times during the day, which he might have. Yeah, Victor, we're doing Backlash 04 this Sunday, although I still have not put up that link yet. I've been a lazy piece of shit, so I will work on that and get that up to you. It'll definitely be up by the time we get to Saturday's podcast. I think the week after that, we might do Unforgiven 98. We've been talking about that one for a while. It also took place in April, and I was there. First ever Inferno match in Greensboro. So we might do that one the week after. And then I think the week after that will be Backlash. Jeff Goldblum. Oh, my God. If my ceiling was that low, I would have a panic attack. A few years ago, we were going to a Padre game. I had friends in town, and we all piled it into like an SUV type of thing. I had one of those like hatchback trunks, and we like didn't have enough seats. And they're like, man, if somebody would sit in the back in the trunk area, we can all fit in the same car without having to take two cars or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it. I'll sit back there. I don't give a shit. I jump back there. We close the thing on me, and I can still look over the back seat and see all the front and everything. But as soon as that thing closed on my head, I freaked. I was like, I can't be back here. I can't be back here. And my friend, she goes, she had to come back and switch with me and sit back there like I couldn't do it. I had no idea I was claustrophobic. Until that thing shut on my head. I'm like, nope, can't do it. Lost my mind. I mean, I didn't lose my mind. I was just like, can I get out of here? Friends are awesome. They didn't give me shit about it. They're like, of course. I was like, I couldn't breathe. Like, I just felt like I couldn't breathe or something. It was the weirdest thing. I've never really watched The Big Bang Theory, but everything I've seen, I always chuckle. And I like what's-her-name. Darby's got that chair set up, and... Was he going for the stink face? Ooh, he threw it right into the knees of Andrade. I don't know how he wrestles in those tight-ass... Wow. That was a super dangerous destroyer. Darby still got his jacket on. Big coffin drop. Oh, Andrade caught him into a German. Ugh. God. Yeah, I'm guessing Young Sheldon was the inspiration for Young Rock, right? Like that show looked like it was a success. I've never watched that one either. Well, that TNT ladder match ought to be fun. There it is. Dax and Cash next week. That's crazy. And fun. That. Oh. So, what I think might be cool. So, next week, Dax and Cash have their match, right? Doesn't even really matter what happens. I think you're going to do a double DQ or something where maybe these guys are going to lose their cool, right? Double DQ, the match is thrown out, and they're just at each other's throats. The announcers are like, holy shit, the tag team champions are imploding. And then out comes Bret Hart. Just like when Owen and Davey were at each other's throats in 97. Bret came out, cooled their heads, got on the mic, said he loved Owen. They all came together for a triple hug, and he got them back together, and Owen and Davey were never stronger. So I think they could do that next week. Good night, nurse. I don't really know how to word this scenario, so I did my best with it here on Twitter. Let's see if that works. Darby being dragged in. Hey, at least it looks like a comfortable as hell coffin. I mean, that's some velvet. If I could, I would drape myself in velvet. George Costanza. Oh, Andrade's going to try to break the coffin? Those are low-grade little chain. Damn, he's tearing it up. Coffin 1, Andrade 0. Andrade pulled it closer to him. He's going for that torpedo. Wow, that was great. Props to Andrade for getting that thing in position. Who's this coming down? Oh, it's Jose. Okay, who the fuck is this? And that's it. Darby wins. Glad Darby won that. Oh, I didn't hear. Did ref said 90 seconds? Well, it's top of the hour for by my clock, so many of you have probably already signed off. I think I've been 30 seconds behind all night. Right on, Darby. Big win for you. Oh, yeah. Marina Shafir and Jade is Friday. That's right. Right on. Well, that was a fun Dynamite. Tony Khan's announcement turned out to be the New Japan Super Show that we were all speculating about. June 26th is the date on that. United Center. And there's going to be some fucking dream matches on that, y'all, for sure. Well, the Hardys are out there, too, to do something. They're on the stage deleting. All right, right on. Fun Dynamite. Again, y'all, as always, appreciate you guys being here. That was great. My next scheduled video will be Saturday. We'll be up here for a podcast, then we'll be up here the next day on Sunday for a Backlash 2004 watch-along. So it should be a fun weekend on the channel. If anything crazy happens tomorrow or Friday, I'll be up here for either a mic drops or a news nuggets or something. But if the news stays relatively light, we'll be back up here for a big podcast on Saturday, and that should be fun. So I want to thank y'all for being here. I want to thank K-Dog's Kennel. Let me say hello to you and goodbye to you, and thank you for this $10 super chat before we get out of here. Just want to say thank you to you and this community for the thoughts and well wishes this past week. It means a lot. I'll be sure to provide an update tomorrow via Twitter. We are all going to beat this, yes, and go over to K-Dog's Kennel's Twitter page as well. Shoot him a follow, and thank you very much, Kevin. Hope you get better, and I hope that situation resolves itself as quickly as possible. We are all thinking about you. So y'all take care, and I'll see you in just a couple days. Thanks again for being here. Have a good night.